Today I've created this look for you. It's a really simple look, but sort of goes a long way. It really helps to enhance the eyes and really nice skin. Heading out to my son's Christmas concert today, so I just wanted something that was nice and natural and that would breathe a little bit. It's quite warm here in Australia at the moment, so I didn't want the makeup to be melting off my face. So let's jump into it and let me know what you think. So I have already started my makeup with the Youngblood moisturizer and eye cream. I do this as soon as I get out of the shower, so I've already done that. What I'd like to put on today is some sunscreen. Now, this is the Airy Day sunscreen, and it's one of my absolute favorites. Looks like it has a tint, but in actual fact, it doesn't really. It just sort of blends in naturally. It's pretty hot here at the minute, so yeah, bear with me. I will probably put primer on this just to help with some of that excess oil. So I'm just rubbing this all in generously on my face. I will go down my neck as well. And right up to the hairline. Hair is out because I didn't want to squash it in my headband today because I do have to go out, so I don't want to ruin it. So that's the face. Now some for the neck, so just really getting these areas up here. You can see I have some pigmentation, so I have missed the neck before, and then what I will do is I'll go in and do the décolletage as well, décolleté, and I'll try not to get it on my top. Now I'm wearing this green today, bit of a Christmas theme because it is my youngest son's last day of school and he has his Christmas concert, so thought I would get in the Christmas spirit. Okay, so the next product I'm going to go in with is the mineral primer. So I'm going to just place a pump and a half, my hands there, and I'm just going to press that into my skin. I like using this primer because it really helps create that barrier between your face and your foundation. Sits on the skin like an airbrushed look, and also, as you can see, helps get rid of some of that dewiness that I have. Now, my youngest has just popped in to say hello. This is his Christmas outfit today. He's wearing a Santa hat. Next, I'm going in with the Youngblood foundation. So all Youngblood products today. This is my mineral makeup. I wanted something just really light and fresh and very natural. So this is why I've chosen these products. As I said before, it's really hot here at the moment, and in the school hall, it's likely to be quite warm as well. So I don't want something that's going to be all cakey on my skin and just technically melt off. So just keeping it fresh and natural. As you can see, I'm placing the foundation sort of in the center of my face, and then I'm just working out the residual, just so it goes over the ears, along the jawline, and let the residual down the neck. So just really going in for this nice natural look. It's a lightweight to medium coverage. It does cover my cheeks a little bit, but I don't mind having them peeking through just a bit. And again, along that jawline, on the ears, which you won't see, and just down there a little bit. I will put a small amount through here as well because I've got some pigmentation and broken capillaries. So that's the foundation. Continuing with the creamy products, this is the Vivid Luxe Cream Blush in Creme Brulee. As you can see, I quite like it. It's just a really nice natural tone. I'm going to use this as a bit of a contour slash blush, kind of a little bit of everything. This will just warm up the skin in these areas, create a bit of shape to the face. And I'm just going to use the same brush that I used for the foundation, and I'm just pushing that in, and it just really gives me that nice flush of color. It's not too heavy, again keeping this fairly natural or natural looking. Sometimes it is harder to do less makeup than it is to do more, just trying not to overdo it. But I love how this sits on the skin. This shade is Creme Brulee. So see how it's just nice and natural. And today I have not managed to get my hair, which is good. So just blending that in, just really naturally. We will at the end go over with a nice powder bronzer as well, just to really accentuate that a little bit more. Before we start with the eyes, I'm going to do the brows. This is the On Point Brow Defining pencil, and this is another Youngblood product. This one is in blonde. Now I love the fact that it has that spoolie wand at one end, and I always comb through. So today I don't think I'm going to put too much in. Actually, I've just grabbed dark brown, so let's go and get blonde. That was close. Having the brows too dark will just be too dramatic and almost too angry looking. Now I'm just placing a small amount of this blonde just in the tail. My brows, don't look too close. They do need a bit of tidying up. I tend to tidy them myself, so I've been a little lazy, so I need to do that. But I'm just doing the tail. I don't want to do anything in the center. This is just a day makeup. I am just going to a Christmas concert, so nothing too full on, and just the tail as well. And again, just run it through with the spoolie wand on the other end. Already that's made them look prominent enough. I'm using one of the bronzers. This is one, it's the defining bronzer. It's called Soleil. So as you can see, it's just a really nice, like a cool brown. It's not too orange or rusty. Now I'm placing this, what I'd like to do is really contour the eyes. So I'm going to place it right into that outer corner, and I'd like to dump most of the product there. So I'm not doing any blending movements until I've got rid of everything that's sitting on this brush, because this is exactly where I want it. Now this is where you just have to trust the process. And as you can see, I'm just sweeping it up just a bit onto that brow bone. This helps to lift up your hooded eyes, give you a bit more shape. And now that the product is off this brush, that's when I'm going to bring it through the socket and just do these little windshield wiper movements and sweep it through so it's nice and blended and really soft. And if you wish, you can go in with a bit more product, same thing. Again, keep it right there until it's come off the brush, and then start sweeping it through the socket line. It's just a really easy way to do your makeup. I'm trying to keep it sort of in the eye line here, so I don't want it to go down here. I'd like it to stay up here. But don't worry, I will teach you a little clean up at the end. So if it does fall, don't stress. Just get it in the vicinity of where you want it, and we'll work out the rest later. Same on the other side, and it does help to sort of lift your eye up a little bit, should you need to, like me, and just place it into that corner and really buff it through. Now all I'd prep my eyes with today is just the foundation and the primer. I didn't go, crazy with any concealer or anything else. Just keeping it as natural and as simple as possible, just so it's nice and easy. This is one of the looks that I would, when I'm in a hurry or I just want that natural sort of day look, this is the look that I just go to. I do this a lot. I find it simple, easy, has enough sort of wow to give me some shape and a little bit of, make me feel awake, but it's just not too over the top. So just blend that into the outer corner. Taking a smaller, more detailed brush, I love running that same product. So this is the Soleil bronzer underneath the eye. Just right on, as you can see, I'm right on those lashes. And this just really, once again, enhances the eyes, makes them look a little bit bigger, creates a little bit of shape, and also a little bit of softness there as well. And just remember, if you feel like your eyes are hooding a little bit, just really sweep this up and out. So you're just on this brow bone here, and that really helps to lift. So just really push it out on this angle, and that'll help lift up those eyes. This is actually a highlight shade called Aurora, if I can open the thing. So see, it's got a little bit of a shimmer. So I'm going to use this, and I'm just placing it right on that ball, right in the inner corner, just to give myself that little bit of pop. So not too much, just a little bit of pop, just to really bring the eyes forward. And how easy is that? So I love using products that are made for the face, for the eyes. I feel this way we're getting products to do double duty, getting a little bit more out of them, You don't need a whole handbag, makeup bag full of things. So these two are the eyes. Okay, so what is an eye look without my chocolate brown eyeliner? This is called the One Swipe Gel Eyeliner. This is an espresso by Youngblood. They've changed their eyeliners a little bit. Now, I love, if you've seen me do this before, I love placing it really, really close to that lash line, and it looks like I'm doing absolutely nothing, but it is so subtle, and it just is so much easier. I always put a small amount here and use my finger to try and create that little baby wing, and then I pull it out ever so slightly and just fill in that little triangle, like the little gap. To start, the best way is to just make it a little bit heavier on this outer corner and a little bit thinner on the inner corner. I also like to put it on the tight line, which is the top waterline, and looks, I can't even talk while I do it, and looks a bit weird. But it just finishes that off. By doing that top waterline, you can create weight to the eye without putting it all over your nice eyeshadow. I find, what's the point of putting the eyeshadow on and then covering it with a big black line? Then just run ever so slightly again on the lashes. It's a bit difficult to do this using the phone as a mirror, but hopefully you get the idea. Going in on the other side, same thing. I'm just really close to the lash line. Off camera, I'll probably try and get a little bit closer. It's a bit too intense. But you can see that lash is moving, so I'm like right on them. And then I do open the eye to just put this small dot sort of on the corner, just to make sure that it is not pulling the eye down. Once again, just pulling this out a little bit and filling in that outer corner, sweeping back towards the inner corner of the eye. It's a bit hard to talk and do this. And then again, the tight line, which looks very weird. Sure, I look like I'm poking my eye, but just adds that bit of weight. And don't worry about this coming down here. We'll fix that up, so don't stress. So just place that underneath. So already that's just made the eyes sort of pop a little bit, really nice and natural, not too over the top. To be complete without some mineral mascara. So this is just in black. I feel I need to get a new one. I'll do a few swipes on camera and then I'll finish it off camera. Very difficult to get quite close. I do like to sort of shimmy, and then blink down onto the wand. I like this wand, it's like a natural spoolie wand, so it's not plastic, it doesn't bend. I'll just do another coat off camera. Now the light in here has just changed. I feel like I have a beam of light just coming through the window. Apologies for that. Now this is the eye cream. I'm using a cotton tip and I'm just placing a little dot here, a little dot here, one here, and one here. Now this is my way of just cleaning up under the eye. So just making sure that any of that makeup we just put on, there's no fallout. So I'm just going underneath ever so gently with the cotton tip, making sure that line's nice and sharp. And then I'll just go in with my finger, pat that in. So this way we get to clean underneath the eyes, but we also keep them nice and prepped. So rather than using a makeup remover, which will strip the skin like right back, this just keeps it nice and hydrated. Remember, this is under your eyes, so we want to be very gentle with this area. And then we can put a little bit more foundation or concealer, should you wish, underneath. Okay, so I'm just using a little bit of the foundation I used in the beginning. I'm placing it just in this under eye area here, patting it in with a brush. Now I know I'm lucky I don't have these dark circles under my eyes, so there is no need for me to put concealer under here. I just feel more product is just more product. So if you can get away with your foundation, or even if you do have darker circles, if you could get away with your foundation and perhaps even a color corrector under your eyes, just better than putting too much product under here, especially for a daytime look. You know, nighttime, you can get away with a lot more. So I'm just pressing that out with my finger. I'm gonna go in here as well. It's always a little bit pink through there. A bit sweaty over the lips, so I'll just do that again too. So this just tidies it up. A little bit on the chin as well. Okay, now the lips. Lips, I'm using that same shade that I put on the face. It's like a nice nude. I'm also going to add this a little bit to the tops of my cheeks as well, just to really create a little bit more flush of color there. And I'll just blend that in with the foundation brush. Just before we go in with our powder products, I want to make sure all these creamy products are in place. This is Soleil. This is a nice bronzer. I'm using more of a bronzing brush, and what I'm going to do is just go over where we went earlier with that nice Vivid Luxe cream blush, and just kind of follow it and give myself that nice sun-kissed look. You know, chisel off the jawline there. I possibly will need to put a little bit of this on my décolletage to really even that out a bit more. Same on the other side. Just a little bit. Try not to get the hair. I have such a habit of doing my hairline. Luckily it does fall forward and it's not too bad. So again, so just really giving myself that nice sun-kissed look and a bit of framing. Make sure you really do get it so it meets. And then we'll use the same shimmer as we used earlier as a little bit of a highlighter. I like to go easy on the highlighter because sometimes it can get out of control, and I'm just doing the tops of the cheekbones and maybe just down the nose and the tip of the nose as well. Back to that bronzing shade. Now, I love this little trick. I'm just going to line my lips. And I know this is not a liner, it is powder. But I love that for just a really natural, full look. And it just sort of makes my lips look a little bit bigger. And they still look natural. You can add a little bit of gloss should you wish on top of that as well. So the last powder product, or actually second last, I'm lying, is Nectar. So it's a nice peachy shade. I think this will look perfect. We've gone for these really nice earthy tones. This is a pressed blush, and I'm just going to place it just on those high points, kind of like got the contour there and the highlighter there. We're just sort of running it in between, just to give myself that nice little natural flush. I do like the peachy shades on me. I mean, they complement blue eyes, but also because I have that pinky red cheeks, this sort of tones it down a little bit. If you've seen some of my tutorials before, I love placing a small amount of that same blush just into the eye socket. I feel like this just finishes off the look and just gives you that nice cohesive look to the makeup. Setting powder. Now, I like using the medium rice setting powders. These are like translucent ones. They're a high grade of mineral, and as you can see, they're really fine, so they don't add cakiness to the skin. All this is going to do is sort of absorb any excess oil. Now, with what we've done with those powder products, the reason I sort of go in with creamy products and then powder products is I feel that, you know, by doing that contour, you know, that's now set that part of the face. The blush has now set this part of the face. Same with the highlighter. So really, we don't have a lot of the face that needs setting with this powder. So there's no need to sort of go all over the face again. I love to press it up in under the eye area here. And I like to take it nice and high up here to really give that lifted look. I love using this brush because it's not too small, it's not too big. You could go a smaller one, but it's not too big. I'm just pressing it there, going down the T-zone. You can see it's just really, especially across the lip there, it's just absorbing any of that excess oil. Same, just get a little bit more out, and then we'll do through here as well. Just helps to snatch it in, snatch the face in, sets everything, softens it all, just for a nice natural look. Okay, so yes, I have nice sort of natural curly hair, and what I've done is I've placed a clip at the back just to keep that weight from falling forward and really destroying the front. So what I do is I just sort of let it dry naturally. Quite often I have this and I will clip this back just to give it a little bit of lift. So, but because it sort of sits and this sort of loses a bit of curl, I actually take a wand, this curling one, it's a very cheap one, and I just pick up a couple of these bits that are just sort of falling down, and I make sure they're nice and flat, on the barrel. I haven't done this on like filming before, so I try not to burn myself. Nice and flat, and then I point it down a little bit. And what it does is it just sort of helps my natural curl, just give it a little bit better of a curl. Same with this piece. It's probably a little bit too big, but it doesn't really matter. Mine's so curly anyway that this just gives it that little bit extra. And what I find is this just lasts really a long time. Because I have naturally curly hair, the hair shaft likes to be curled. I have also found that if I was to do this with a straightening tool, like a GHD, and do some GHD curls, what happens is they last for so long, but then when the sort of GHD or whatever, when it wears off, it actually drops straight. And that's because with GHD, what you're doing is you're straightening the hair shaft as you curl it. So once that curl drops, it's straightened. Whereas this one, this way, we're still curling it. So that just adds a little bit more bounce. This side's quite possibly a little bit trickier for me to do. Actually, we're getting there. As soon as I say that, I'll burn myself. But this is just a great little way of just, you know, adding. And I never used to do this. Like, I just would let it dry, give it a scrunch, maybe a diffuse, and just go, okay, that's my hair, that's how it is. But I feel this just gives me that little bit more of a polished look, not so windswept looking, you know. And because I do have those real ringlety curls underneath, it doesn't look like these need to be brushed out. They can actually just stay as is. So it's quite good. So just a few little ones, and I'll do the front one. I'll be careful doing the front because it does change the shape a little. Kind of want it to go back, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose that worked out okay. So that's just the hair, and then it's still a little damp, so it will actually lift it a bit more and curl a bit more. I'll put some sort of oil in the end so it's not so dry as well. So I really hope you've enjoyed this little getting ready with me video. Off to the Christmas concert now. Hope you have a great day. Please put any suggestions in the comments of looks that you would like to see, and I will endeavour to get them done for you.